right, we are back with another Spinato Spin. It's getting to be a lot of fun doing these. I'll tell you one thing. Why don't we talk to one another heart to heart here this week? Why don't we talk to each other about what we deserve and what we definitely should put our eyes on and what we can really make out of ourselves? Let's talk about one simple thing, folks. Freedom. Freedom is a word that a lot of people throw around, but they really don't, and they probably never really sat down and thought about what freedom really is. You know, there's freedom of choice, there's freedom of speech, there's a lot of stuff. What about your freedom, folks? What about your freedom? When I say freedom, I mean the opportunity to go where you want, with who you want, and spend whatever money you want because you're free. I'm talking about financial independence, folks. This might sound crazy. You might leave the room right away as soon as I open up my mouth and start talking about this, but I'm serious about it. Why not? You know, if you're going to think, you might as well think big, right? You can never stop that. You can never stop dreaming or keeping your mind open, right? You know, they say the hardest thing to open is a closed mind. But here's another thing too. Your mind is just like a parachute. Did you know that? It only works when it's open. You see, the bottom line is you got to open your mind. You got to realize how important it is that you strive for financial independence, that you do deserve the best the world has to offer. Somebody's going to get it. Why not you? You're a good person. You're the right kind of person that can do that kind of stuff, and you'll help the world by thinking about it. Let's take a look at freedom. Freedom. There it is, right in the sky, right? You look up, you look in the sky one day, and you see those words written in the sky. What is freedom to you? It don't matter what it means to me. What does it mean to you? I just gave you some ideas. Go where you want, with who you want, do what you want, spend money. Money's not an object. Donate to your favorite charity as much as you want. Do something special. You got to want it. You got to want it real bad. That's how this whole thing's going to happen for you. There's a lot of people out there that don't realize the potential that they have. You never know what's coming around the corner. You never know what could be coming down to make something very, very important to you happen. You got to have hopes. You got to have dreams. You know, here's another thing, too. A goal, or if you should say a dream, is a goal with a deadline. You know, your deadline should be, man, I need freedom. And a lot of people want it. It's inherent in us. I mean, I'm sure you're like me. I'm sure you're like a lot of people around you. You got a streak of independence in you, but you got no way of using it. Well, you got to find yourself an opportunity. You got to work hard at what you do. You got to try to be your best. You got to keep on looking. I'll give you one quick story, one quick example, and we'll get right back to freedom. Years ago, there was this one guy. Everything had to be perfect as he was looking for his girl that he was going to spend the rest of his life for. She had to have the perfect eyes, the perfect hair, the perfect figure, the perfect mouth, the perfect way in which she talked. Well, all the years went by, met a lot of girls, and they just weren't perfect. So he just kept saying, nope, that's not it. That's not my opportunity. No, no, no. But then one day, he's reaching for the door of a cab, and all of a sudden, bam, there she is. Perfect girl, perfect eyes, perfect hair, perfect lips, perfect voice, everything, perfect size, everything he can ever want. And all of a sudden, she goes, would you like to join me in the cab? We'll share the cab. And you know what he said? He said no, because he had trained himself so long to not find the opportunity, not find that perfect person. He said, no, go right ahead, you could take it. And he backed off. And all of a sudden, the cab drove off. But you know what happened? Story doesn't end there. The cab slams on his brakes. The woman jumps out and looks him in the eye and says, you know what? You never would have known. You never would have known now what would have happened if you ever got in this cab with me to find out what it would be like to be with the perfect person you've always looked for. And she jumped in the cab and she drove off. See, folks, we're conditioned not to find our way towards freedom. Freedom. Let's take a look at freedom. Freedom, the secret of happiness is freedom. The secret of freedom is courage. You got to be willing to take a step, folks. Take a leap of faith. Do whatever you can to reach and get to that special spot. That special spot in the world, that special spot in your heart, special spot in your mind that says freedom. Bring freedom on. You know, there's one little thing, we'll zip kind of through this here as we charge through this whole offer here. The bottom line is we got a quote from the Eagles. And the Eagles say it so perfectly, so succinctly. So oftentimes it happens that we live our lives in chains and we never even know we have the key. You probably heard that song a million times. That's from Already Gone. Well, the bottom line is maybe we are already gone. But I'll tell you one thing, folks. You do have the key. You do have that opportunity to do something special. And you do have that opportunity to get your freedom. Financial independence is something that a lot of people just dream about. But start really understanding the benefits of it. You know, it goes back to the Elton John song. Let's take a look at the Elton John song. You know, someone saved my life tonight, Sugar Bear. You almost had your hooks in me, didn't you, dear? You know, you nearly had me roped and tied, altar-bound, hypnotized, sweet freedom whispered in my ear. Well, you know what? You are a butterfly, and you are free to fly. You could fly away, man. You could do something absolutely incredible with your life. It's all right there for you. The songs are there. The sounds are there. You just got to believe in yourself that you could do something. Freedom is right there. It's knocking at the door. You just got to be willing to look for it and know where to find it and sharpen your skills to get it. Tonight's talk, if you haven't figured it out, was on freedom. It was on how much you have control over where you're going to go. You just got to want to get it. Go out there, find something special, be good to people, and do something special. And remember, freedom is right there. There's the exit right there. You get off at freedom and you're on your way. Folks, have a great week. Thanks a lot for giving me a couple minutes of your time.